Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Friends, subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon. Thank you very much.
Hello all my dear students, it's me Suraj once again in front of you today I'm going to tell you about an interesting story from class 11, which is fear. Though this story is in the unit of supernatural stories, it is not a supernatural story. This story is quite away from supernatural forces. This story is based on the psychological fear of a person whose name is Armando Gonzalez. This story has shown the real fact that how fear leads many people towards negative thoughts as well as hypersensitive. The main character of this story, Fear, is Armando Gonzalez. Armando was quite poor man who was a shoemaker by his profession. He was quite hardworking as well as honest man. There were altogether 9 members in his family. His wife Eva was quite laborious woman. She earned money through cleaning others' houses and even taking care of others' children. Armando family members had spent their so many years living in a rented house with 3 small rooms. By doing hard labor, Armando and Eva had saved 50,000 pesos in a large bank of Mexico City. It took them almost 20 years to save that amount little by little in that bank. Both of them planned to buy a house of their own with that amount. But the person who was going to handle them the papers of the house demanded cash money. To withdraw 50,000 pesos in cash, Armando entered a large bank of Mexico City. The bank teller asked him in a loud voice if he was going to withdraw 50,000 pesos and whether he would take it in check or cash. Armando became quite nervous, thinking that everyone in the bank's lobby was listening to their conversation. The bank teller even counted the bills so loudly. Again, Armando became quite nervous and thought half of the people in the bank knew about his cash. Armando became quite nervous, that's why he fidgeted with his hat. After receiving amount, Armando put it in his front pocket of his baggy pants. Armando was watched by everyone because he accidentally put on his hat backward. A heavy man looked at him twice. Armando trembled with fear. His palms were sweaty, his mouth felt as dry as dust, his stomach felt like volcano about to erupt, his heart was beating so hard he could feel in his head. He left the bank clutching his bills of his pocket. While standing in the street too, he was doing the same business of clutching his cash inside his pocket. While waiting for the bus, he thought about his plan of his dream house. In the street too, he was quite nervous. His sweat rolled down his brow. While waiting for the right bus in the street, Armando noticed that the heavy man was standing just beside him. He started to shake all over. His legs felt weak and his heart was beating so faster. He thought only about negative things. When the heavy man inserted his hand into his coat's pocket, he thought that he would be checking for his pistol. After some time, when the bus arrived, Armando got on the bus. The heavy man also got on the same bus. Armando sat just behind the driver's seat, whereas heavy man sat farther back. After some time, when Armando saw three teenage boys talking to that heavy man, he thought that the boys were the part of gang and they were making plans to rob him. To outsmart them, Armando pulled the car of the bus. When the bus slowed down, Armando quickly jumped out of the bus. For some while, he became quite happy. But to his great surprise, the three boys also got off the bus at the exact spot. When the boys started moving towards him, he ran wildly across the street towards the junkyard, shouting for help. The three boys too started running after him. He ran through barbed wire. He scratched his arm. He stumbled over wrecked cars. Finally, he tripped over some tangled wires and fell to the ground. When he tried to get up, the three boys arrived there and looked at him cautiously. Armando pleaded them to leave him alone. He started crying like a baby, saying that he was quite an honest man and he had saved all that amount doing hard labor entire his life. But the boy asked him whether they could help him. Armando became quite surprised to hear their words. When the boys said to Armando that they were the students and not making plan of robbing him, he became quite glad. The boys also informed Armando that they had followed him when he ran wildly shouting for help. Armando became too much happy after hearing their words. He walked along with those boys. Finally, Armando took out his hand from his pocket and for the first time he put his hat straight on his head. So this is all in all about this interesting story from class 11, which is fear. Now I would like to present you some important questions and their answers which will help you in your examination. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet again in my next video. Until then, bye bye, take care, and don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. Thank you very much.
Subscribe this channel, hit the bell icon. Thank you very much.